it has been a very long time since I've made a video about anything at all. I've spent up to a lot in my non-hair related life, and I've been trying a lot of different things just to see if there was anything unique that I should try. And there have been a couple of things. I found a lot of really great deals on eBay, actually. If there are things that you're looking for, I found some fantastic shea butter from Rocky Mountain Oils Company on eBay. I found a really cheap, wonderful satin scarf for my hair. And since my hair has gotten longer, I've switched from bonnets to scarves, and the scarf works fantastically. Also on eBay, it's really cheap. And this most recent thing, of course, that I've gotten is the Magic Leverage Curlers. Now, I had wanted to try Curlformers for a long time, for years probably. I first saw them on Natural 85's channel, and I really wanted to, see how they would work. But it was a cost I could never really justify to myself. It's, gas or car insurance or dog food or whatever. But of course, there's been a knockoff made, and I felt like I had to try them since now suddenly this is affordable. It's something first, before I invested a lot of money, I wanted to see if this would even work for my hair. I've got pretty thick, dense 4C hair, and most of the people that I've seen using it, that I had seen, I should say, there are lots and lots of 4C reviews now of Curlformers and the Magic Leverage. But back then, when I was first considering it, I wasn't sure if it would even work. Natural 85 has glorious hair, but it is a different texture than 4C. And of course, a lot of the ladies with straighter hair, I can't really count on those things either. So before I invested a lot of money in Curlformers, I wanted to see if they would actually work, and so the Magic Leverage knockoff was a great opportunity for that. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I got a set of 40. They came just in this plain Ziploc style bag. It's a set of 40. They are the long spiral ringlet curlers, and they were $16.99 on eBay for this set of 40. The set of 40 is actually not enough for my hair. If I put too thick of sections in the Curlformers to try to make the 40 work, then my hair doesn't actually curl. So if you've got thick hair, you will need about 2 sets of these. And the nice thing, of course, is 2 sets at the price of $16.99 is only about $35, and you've got 80 of them, plus you've got some extras for if you do break one. It is possible to break them. That's not necessarily a pro or con versus Curlformers. My mom actually has name brand Curlformers, so I was able to compare and contrast hers versus my Magic Leverage curlers while I was visiting over the 4th of July. One glaring note of difference is in the hooks. This is the Magic Leverage hook, and this is the Curlformers hook. You can just look at them and see there's a huge difference. This Curlformers hook, actually my mom had an extra one, and when I was complaining about the issues with this one, she was nice enough to give me her extra, so thanks, Mom. But you can see, I don't know if you can see the heads. The head of the Magic Leverage wand tilts forward, and this area here where the hair is supposed to come in is narrower. There's also a sharper point, and if I turn it this way, maybe you can see it's kind of T-shaped. There's like plastic outcroppings on either side that need to be filed down or shaved down or sanded down because they will snag horribly. And the problem too is that it seems is with the head tilted forward compared to the Curlformers hook, the head of this tends to want to snag in the curlers themselves. I had so much trouble getting my hair to stay in this hook and also get the hook through the curler. It was maddening. Once my mom let me use her Curlformers hook, and then course she ended up giving it to me, everything became so much easier. The head goes straight up and down, and the space for the hair is wider, so the hair is more likely to stay in there. It's easier to get it in there, and this point here does not have any plastic outcroppings at all. It's very smooth. All the seams have been filed down, if it had any to begin with, who knows. And this basin here, the bottom curve, is much wider and deeper versus this one, which you can see is narrower and tends to reject hair that gets down there. This also does the same. It will push the hair back out of itself. The wideness here helps the hook hold on to the hair better. You would think it'd be different with it narrower, but the narrower, it's kind of funnel shaped. It just sort of pushes it back out so that your hair ends up wanting to come back out here, which promotes more snagging and gets it snagged on that area that needs to be sanded. And as far as sturdiness goes, honestly, the Curlformers hook has a little bit of a wobble to it. This one doesn't, but the Curlformers hook is thicker, feels nicer in your hand. It has an actual rubberized grip instead of just a textured grip. The grip is longer. You can see that too. The grip section of the wand is longer. The wands are the same length, but that grip section is longer, which makes it easier to hold on to. And the nice thing too with it being rubberized, the Curlformers, when you put them on, actually I'll do it right now, and I should say the Magic Leverage because they're not Curlformers, but when you put them on, they will kind of want to pop out the end, and with the Magic Leverage wand, they would slide all the way off, just pop off, and it's just really annoying. I mean, super annoying. This one, with it being rubberized, it holds them, so if they want to pop off, they really can't. So if you do go the Magic Leverage route, which I do recommend if you're, trying to watch your frivolous spending, if you do go the Magic Leverage route, at least go to Sally's and get the Curlformers hook, because this hook is by far superior to the Magic Leverage hook. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. I might try crocheting with it. I have no idea, but it's not anything that I want to use on my hair. Okay, so moving forward to the curlers themselves. Again, I compared and contrasted my Magic Leverage with my mom's name brand Curlformer rollers. They are made of the same type of material. It's a woven plastic. I don't know if oh wow, check it out. It does show it. Oh, that's good. You can see the weave there. It's like a braided, extruded plastic product. And it's woven in such a way that gives it rigidity and bounce, but is also not solid. It allows air movement, to enable the hair to dry. Now, the Magic Leverage roller, the Magic Leverage roller is a bit more tightly woven than the Curlformers rollers are. The Curlformers rollers have more give and stretch to them themselves, lateral stretch, side to side, through each wrap of the curler. So if to stretch this way, they have more of that. That does enable more air circulation through them, so they do dry faster. However, but I didn't really notice much of a difference, like a difference that would matter much. Like if I use the Magic Leverage, it's going to take me 2 days to dry my hair versus the Curlformers taking 15 minutes. Nothing that drastic, but it is a bit of a difference. So be mindful of that. Now, you'll notice with the Magic Leverage, there are some things like this, like flashing the excess rubber. This stuff is pretty easy to pick off. And I did notice that the name brand Curlformers also have bits of flashing left over from the molding. So that I didn't consider a con just because the name brand itself has it. The little opening at the end of the Magic Leverage curler, on Magic Leverage, it is narrower than the opening on the Curlformers. The Curlformers opening is a bit wider, and the rubber at the end on the Curlformer is a bit softer, which over time rubber will dry out, and it can become inflexible and it can break. Starting with a softer rubber already will give you additional life. How much additional life? I don't really know. I can't really say because it wasn't that much of a difference. It wasn't like this rubber was already dried out and decayed versus these are brand new, which was nice. None of mine were dirty or anything. They were all very clean. So that was nice because I had seen some reviews where people had dirty rollers. Thankfully, none of mine were. But some things to keep in mind. Some seams. Can you see that seam there? There are some seams on the Magic Leverage and Curlformers both. And if you have kinkier hair like I do, seams can be the bane of your existence because my hair likes to snag on literally anything that gets in its way. If a seam is in the way, my hair will snag on it. So I may go through this whole pack and the second pack when I get it and get rid of those seams. Just, for safety for my hair because I am on a length retention mission. My hope with getting these was that it would help me keep my hair stretched out and also enable me to do some different styling and some more professional styles for my job, but also just for fun because they really are very pretty. And I wasn't able to get through my whole head. I got with the 40, I honestly got through this front half, this front quadrant, I guess, and this sort of third. And this isn't what it looks like. This is like a chunky twist out that I just sort of arranged into a bang. But but I got to see the result and not leaving it on for very long. It was a gorgeous barrel curl, and my hair was so straight. I hadn't seen my hair that straight in probably, I don't know, maybe 8 years now. I went natural quite a while ago. A very long time ago, actually, now. So, it was just fascinating to me to see that. I haven't flat ironed my hair or anything, and so I really hadn't, and it was soft. It was very soft. It had no crunch. I used a little bit of Aussie Moist conditioner and the Shea Moisture JBCO Shea Butter styling lotion. And so I just ran that through detangled sections, put a small section, maybe 3/4 of an inch section into this, and I left them for maybe an hour as I was working around my head. And then when I saw that I wasn't going to get to the end, it drove me crazy, so I took them out. But the parts that had been in it were beautiful. And my hair that was in it is still very soft. It's starting to get some texture back up here, but it's been now about 3 days since I did it. So, yeah, I mean, they do work for 4C hair. They do work for very kinky, dense, coarse, and in some areas kind of wiry, coarse 4C hair. So don't be afraid of them. Give them a try. I actually really like them. And they do take a little bit of getting used to. They have a learning curve, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Just, you have to make sure that when you've put your hair in the wand and you're going to pull it through, make sure that the head of the wand stays upright. Don't tilt it to the side as you're going through. Make sure it stays straight. If you kind of tilt it, which it seems like what I was doing when I was trying to put them in, if you tilt it, it will it'll snag and your hair will tend to roll out, and then you'll have to push it back through and take it back out, and oh my god, it's just really frustrating. But it's not terribly difficult. You just stick it on there, and I'm gonna see if I can do this, because again, there is a learning curve with these guys. And just wanted to twist a little bit at the root, not a lot, because it will keep it in that twist if you do. And then bring the roller up. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work right now. My hair is too dry, I guess. And again, I rolled it when I was doing it, and it's difficult. But anyway, yeah, they are a really good product, I think. And honestly, comparing them against name brand Curlformers, they are just as good, I personally feel. And with them being slightly more rigid, I think the fact that they are more tightly wound does help them flatten kinkier textures better. If you have a looser curl, you'll probably get the same type of if you have a looser curl, you'll probably get the same type of result that someone with kinkier hair gets using these. But I do feel like because they are a bit more solid, they work a little bit better on kinkier hair. So that's about it. That's pretty much all I was going to talk about today. Once I get the second pack of them, I want to do my whole head because I haven't gotten to do my whole head yet, and so I'm kind of see what sort of styles I can do. I'm really excited because it's nice to have another way to style hair besides twist outs and braid outs. Because honestly, sometimes twist outs get old, and sometimes you just want to try something else. But anyway, that is it. And again, you can find these on eBay. And if you don't already know, I did look for them on Amazon, but they weren't on Amazon anymore. And they also aren't necessarily going under the name Magic Leverage anymore. I found an ad for them on eBay it called them Former Leverage, plastic spiral curdle, the kind of crazy, like, gobbledygook title that you see a lot on eBay, but it is a Former Leverage in there, so they may not be calling them that anymore. And I think that Amazon is not carrying them anymore because the original product is being carried by Amazon, and I imagine there was some dispute there. So, but now that I've seen that these things work well on my hair, then I can probably then go ahead and move forward purchasing actual Curlformers from now on. But yeah, if you just want to see if you like them, or if you just want to keep them, because the price is a little insane. I personally feel $70 for a plastic hair apparatus seems crazy to me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm excessively thrifty. I think it could come down, honestly. If it was in $40 range, I would not bat an eye at it, but 70 seems a little excessive. But these definitely make the styling method more accessible, so give them a try. I really like them, and I will definitely be incorporating them into my hairstyling regimen in the future. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thanks very much for watching. If you have any questions about the Magic Leverage curlers, if you have any questions about the Magic Leverage curlers, don't hesitate to post them. If you have any questions about anything else, if you have a question about your hair, if you're a 4C person and you just want to reach out and say hi, I'm more than welcome that. I love the fact that there are so many 4C people on YouTube now, because when I first started watching YouTube for natural hair videos, there were none. And the representation of natural hair was very 3C, 4A oriented. And Julesy was probably the only person being realistic about 4C hair, and not all types of textures can do the same types of things all the time. It does seem that this type of plastic spiral curler works for everyone, but again, I do like that the Magic Leverage is a bit more solid, because I do think that helps with with smoothing a curlier, or not a curlier, but a kinkier texture. And I guess that's about it. Yeah. I'll stop rambling. Everybody have a great afternoon. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out. I drove 6 hours down south to see my family for 4th of July. All in all, I had a nice time down there. When I was coming back up, I got stuck in a horrible thunderstorm. The radio was telling me to take cover immediately because tornadoes had been spotted and there was flying debris, and here I am in my car. There were probably about 40 people along the sides, northbound, southbound, along the sides of the highway stopped. The ditches were already flooding. Oh, it was terrible. But thankfully, I didn't get struck by any flying debris, and it calmed down, and I got home safely. So anyway, again, stopping the rambling. check out the link for the Magic Leverage if you would like to. Let me know if you've tried Curlformers and you like Curlformers better. Let me know that. Just anything at all. So have a great day, and thanks very much for watching. Bye!